Hello and welcome to this video. Let me see what name did I keep, because like this one name over here want to send to your warm audience, and one name that I've kept over here is three things to send to your warm audiences. Now thank you so much for tuning in this one video. We are going to dive down into this one cool topic. That brings us warm audience. What is the definition of warm audience? Is someone who has got into your list. They know what you're doing, they have seen what you're selling, they know what your community stands for, they know why you're doing, they know something about you. They might not know like 90% about you, but then they know something about you, and they just did not buy the courses, they just did not got onto the other part, they did not become your paid or private members of your community. It's cool. That's what this category is all about, the warm audiences. Assuming they have interacted with you, now what should we do next to them? So we have to be focusing on three things over here. First thing is focusing on more step-based value system, value content. What do I mean by that? They have interacted with you, they have seen cold audiences, the cold audiences categories, they have interacted with you with your advertisements, with your landing pages, and they became your leads. They did not stand for your webinar, did not see the product, they don't know what you do. The warm audience, on the other hand, they have interacted with you, they have been in your webinar, they have been in your workshop, they have seen a lot of your content. Now the point being, since they have interacted with you in your webinar, now from your webinar to your courses, what are the things they need to be knowing that is more relevant to them? For example, if you're teaching someone to be great at doing push-ups, like the way we do push-ups, for example, that's your superpower. Now your webinar is teaching you, for example, your webinar talks about 3 secrets of doing push-ups as a beginner. Okay, your community, your courses, for example, your 3-day courses, what you're selling is the advanced version of doing push-ups. This is a medium version of it, for example, standing and doing push-ups, and then the advanced version is like, okay, lying on the ground and doing push-ups, like maybe 50 push-ups. That's like the advanced version of it. What has to be done the moment they have interacted, they have seen standing push-ups, okay, they know what that is. From doing that to transiting to all the way 50 push-ups, advanced version, the medium version, between, what things they need to be doing, so that's more relevant to them on a step-by-step basis. I don't know whether this example made sense to you, but then just popped out as like, okay, focusing on more step-based value to help them go from standing push-ups, okay, to 50 push-ups. How do they have to transit it? What muscles they need to be working on, what diet they need to be taking, what has to be the form they have to be working out with, what are the other exercises they need to be doing so that they can strengthen those small muscles that they've got, what timing is the best for them to do, and what gear to be wearing. Think about everything that comes from standing, learning to do a standing push-up, all the way to doing great 50 push-ups. Everything goes in that between, in the center, the medium version of the transitional phase. So give them more relevant content, focusing on that middle part of it. Point number two, list out their potential problems and add them to a sequence. What do we mean by that? List down their potential problems. Now don't just think about the problems that are going to face, but then also think about what are the potential problems. So when you add the word potential, you will start thinking of the experiences, the struggles you've been through to do like 50 pushes that you wanted to do. What could be okay, they might face problem A, they might injure their right hand, their left hand, their shoulder, their chest, their neck, or probably they are not doing it the right form, they are probably their legs are slipping when they're doing something, their hands are sweating, because of the sweat their hands are slipping, that's where the injury is happening. And think about, okay, maybe they are not doing it the right form, maybe they are not wearing the right gear that they need to be wearing, maybe they don't have the mat, maybe they are doing on, maybe the flow they're doing, it's not that great, because of that they are not able to hold it, maybe their core is not strong, because of that they are not able to hold the push-up for a long time, maybe their muscles are too weak, maybe their bones are not that strengthened. So you need to be focused. when you start thinking about potential problems they might be facing, that's why it's very important for you to know who you are exactly talking to. Now, for example, if you're teaching push-ups, for just like this, if we just talk about this, if you just walk with this one example, you need to be thinking, okay, who are you teaching these push-ups to? A teenager, someone who is in 12th grade, someone who is doing graduation, someone who's doing post-graduation, someone who's a father, someone who's a mother, someone who is an employee, someone who is an employee, someone who is doing a business, someone who want weight, what is their body weight like, how tall they are, like what gender they are in. The moment you know who they exactly are, it becomes easier for you to tell them, okay, these are the potential problems that you're facing. Because of that, you're not able to do that. If you're facing this, that's the solution. 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 The solution is a YouTube video. The solution is your podcast. Sending them relevant content step by step based, because now you know exactly, one, who you're talking to. Second, you know exactly what they're facing. With experience, you get to know things, because that's how life teaches us in a way when we are learning things, right? Listing out the potential problems and adding each problem to the sequence, because the more potential problems you list out, someday someone will get converted from your end, because now probably they don't have that one problem. Okay, this might be the issue that they may be facing. We don't know. Once you start having that open rate, conversion rate, you'll get to see, okay, this is what getting conversions. What we do is, okay, we make more content of this one piece. Okay. Point number 2. Point number 3 is what to be sending to warm audience. Point number 3 is like fill the gaps. What is fill the gaps? Figure out where they need help. It's more on the lines of, it's kind of connected back all the way to the second point as well. It's kind of connected back to second point, but in different vocabulary. If we see, fill in the gaps. There are potential problems and there's like fill in the gaps. Here, think about more on the lines of, in the previous segment we were talking about, okay, the potential problems they might be facing. In third point, what do they need help exactly with? Now, when we talk about help, there are two things: the relevant content that they might need, might not need, and the priority based content that they need to know. If for example, they might not know the importance of the core strength, they might not know it, but then you need to make sure that they understand the importance of core strength by strengthening your core. Because way back when I was doing planks and side planks, I was not able to do that. You know why? Because I was overweight. When I was overweight, if I do those exercises, what will happen is I will I'll just cause injuries to myself. When we reduce the weight, the core strengthens, and when the body is lighter, you're able to do, you're more flexible, you're able to do more number of things. Priority based, not relevancy based. Here it's more on the lines of priority. Okay, even if they feel this is not important for them, but you being the coach, you walking down the journey, you walking the dot, you having that experience, what happens is you tell them, this is what you need, not what you want. This is what you need at this point in time. You have to be very straight and upfront, and we are not selling dreams, we're selling practical stuff. So when you do that, it makes more sense to them. Point number 1, focusing on more step-based value system that they want to be getting. Second one, list down potential problems that they might be facing. Again, based on your experience, you can also list down all the problems that you face, because they might resonate with them. Even they might be facing that, because when you start a business, to build a business, what happens is the problems that I've faced, you're also going to face the same problems. The problems that my mentor faced, I'm going to face the same problem as well, because that's how the cycle is. We learn and we grow, and we've got similar, not same, similar challenges that we face through. Fill in the gaps. The third one, fill in the gaps they need help with. Thank you so much for making this one cool video. I don't know how much value you got it, but then it was fun for me, because I have been working on email automations myself, and knowing how in-depth value we got in this 3 points, I'm going to take a lot of my mails as well. Thank you so much for making this video a part of your day/podcast. I'm going to see you in another cool video.
كي تستريح وبث الدعاء الخفي الصريح يسعى